We're alive here. Been just recording videos as I go because, I want to make some content on the channel, so I'm alive. I have here a package, which wasn't expecting to come so early. Thanks to the guy on Reddit. He's crazy awesome because he sent me this. I mean, I bought it, but he sent me this. And I was looking forward to it. Hey, there you are. He wasn't lying when he said that, oh yeah, I put it with some clean, you know, some clean plates. It is a modded, okay, a really well modded, wow, set of DT 48s. And 48s. I'm stupid. DT880 Pros. So these are my first full-on open back headphones. I believe these are 250 ohms. I don't know how you can check for that. That's something that I've never understood. So, that's definitely something that I'm like, oh, I really wish that I knew how to check for that, but I really don't know how to check for that. That's actually how the cable should look. It should be kind of coming out. So these are light as hell compared to... Actually, I'd say that they're around the same. Yeah, they're around the same. Only thing that's really cool about these, okay? These pads are worn, by the way. These pads are weathered. Holy cow. Detachable cable. Now, I'm not really one to be like, oh, detachable cable, everything, okay? But I am. I secretly am. I wanted to detachable cable everything. Strictly because it's just so much more useful. It's so much more versatile. It's easier. Of course, now you have to worry about, like, audio quality. Cable. There's more faults now, that can happen. This is one long ass cable. He also includes, it's an Amazon Basics gold-plated cable. Wish it was braided. Okay, sorry. But that's okay. No, that's fine. And then we also get a U-Green quarter-inch adapter. Now, you don't know how happy I am about that, because I've been needing quarter-inch adapters. So, that's good. It's good. Looking around, I'm just like, that's good. Whew. So, this is going to be the factor for me to determine whether or not these truly are what they say they are. Because I actually really don't know if, okay, I don't know if these are freaking 250 ohm. I can't tell. I don't really know. These are definitely old, because I know that the 880s are actually an old model and stuff, and I think they were remade or whatever. But besides that, I don't really know too much about them. But from the feel of the band and stuff, you can tell these were used. There's even scratches, and the guy looks like he tried to color in the marks with a marker, which is kind of funny. I don't really care about it being weathered, man. Don't even worry about it. Like, I knew what I was getting into. So, I have the Mojo. I said I wouldn't do this, but I was just like, fuck it. So I have the Mojo plugged in, have it routed through Voice Meter Banana. So we can run whatever here. I don't want you guys listening on Spotify, so I'll just make sure that it's all muted. Sadly, apologies. Spotify A2. Let's run A2 as well. Let's just let's put the volume down on everything, and let's just pop into Era 5 and play. I have nothing here that maybe I can sort by date. Yeah, that's good. Glass Animals, just a bunch of Glass Animals. I've been listening to Glass Animals a lot. Let's listen to Rock With You. Let's listen to Rock With You. Let's plug it right into the Scarlet quickly. Ay, ay, ay. My friends. My friends. Okay. So, I don't know if you can. Yeah, you won't be able to hear it. You won't be able to hear this. We have to max the volume out. These are. Oh my god. You never get over. Yikes. Let me just turn this down. You never get over the build quality of Beyerdynamics. The A80 apparently is supposed to be like just a little bit more brighter and didn't have this like annoying brightness or whatever to it. Apparently. People don't like Beyerdynamics because of the high-end sizzle dizzle that they have up there. Sounds fatiguing. I actually honestly don't think so. For me, I don't mind it. I don't really hear a difference. After listening to the 48s, I got that software. There's a software you can get. It's like Persona something or whatever, reference 4. It's supposed to flatten the curve for headphones and flatten the curve for speakers. Common speakers, common headphones. So you can't flatten DT48Es, but you can flatten 770s. And amazingly enough, I didn't know how colored 770s were. These are just the 80 ohm version. I wasn't unaware of how colored these were. You can find the graphs, of course, online for all these models, but I just was not aware about color too much. I always thought that 770 has such a flat sound. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. A flat sound sounds so dry. I can't wait for the A's to come because the E's are dry. Now I understand why I get used to these when I listen to some music. These are definitely in that category of you'll get used to it and you will love or hate it, just like the 4080s. But I mean, they're such a nice design. I really like the comfort. There's still that comfort to it that you're just like, yep, it's a Beyerdynamic. I don't think there's anything I can really write home about. You know, it just feels like a feels like a Beyerdynamic. Such a good build quality, metal yolks, um, plastic on the cups here. But again, the guy did such a good job on the port. That's the one thing that I think lots of modders don't really do well here is to do the port right. And there's no like leakage. There's nothing leaking out of the port. Sometimes I've seen some listings where it's like you see like the hot glue that they used or whatever adhesive they used. Um, the inside feels perfectly new. I think it's just the pads, but the pads feel basically not worn. This is the thing that's kind of weird. It has that worn feeling to them, but the inside foam is perfectly fine. Clamping force is also very linear, just like the 770s. Sound signature wise though, these sound just so much more they do sound a lot more open. Just listening a little bit to Michael Jackson, like that was the first time I plugged these in. You saw it. I honestly love it. I honestly love it. And again, the detachable cable is just such a godsend. Let's plug it into the Mojo. Mm. Mm. We're at like dark blue on the Mojo. No distortion yet. In your house on a San Francisco street, we tune out all the nasty weather. Woo. I can hear myself. That's how open these are. I can still hear myself, even though these are like blasted to dark blue on the Mojo. That's just ridiculous. I have a feeling that these are the 250 ohm, and maybe I'm not driving them enough. The only thing I'm worried about though is I don't know if these are actually the 250 ohm or the 32. So I wanna know how you can tell which one it is. Because I think that the 880s do have a 32 ohm version. I'm just gonna do a quick search. But yeah, basically 880s, they are open back headphones, over ear headphones. I know that these are also dynamics. Besides that, there's not really a lot of stuff I know too much about the 880s. All I know is that there's just a nice following behind them and people love them. Some people love them over the 770s. But we have 990s coming in, and we're going to talk about the 990s as well. So that would be very, I guess, very, very good. I mean, just listening a little bit to these, I love them. Again, what's really wonderful is the detachable cable. I can't get over that. That's something that for me, I just really like. Um Other design differences I've noticed, besides the cup, is that this is just a smooth black. On the 770 Pros, these are a textured cup. There's even a slot that you can see down here. You can't see it on camera, but there's a slot down here that is actually for the slot where you'll put the plug. Like, they have it there. It's their mirror images themselves, which I wouldn't be surprised. The yokes are exactly the same, made out of metal, and the headbands are exactly the same material too. So that's nice. That's nice to know, Beyerdynamic. Thanks for being consistent. You know, like that's honestly all that we can ask for is consistency at this point. Be consistent with us when you make products. So I'm a proud, okay? I'm a proud owner of DT880s. And I'm a proud owner of 770s and 48Es. And I think that Beyerdynamic is just where it's at. Honestly, I can't get over their sound. I mean, that was just the first few seconds of listening to Michael Jackson rock with you, and I'm already just blown away. Because I mean, there wasn't anything I was gonna expect different out of these. I really wasn't. But these are definitely more enjoyable. I've wanted full open back headphones for quite a while. Finally have some. I'm gonna get a few more. But thanks for watching. Hopefully, first impressions of these things. I don't know, maybe help you figure out whether or not you want these. Again, I don't know about the sizzle. Some people say that there's that high end sizzle that's just annoying. How about we pop into a song that has an annoying high end? Slow by Yuatsu is always going to be my option. Yuatsu just has these this interesting array of sounds that happens in the beginning of the piece. I like maxed out the volume. We're like, I love him. I love him. We're like almost near white on the Mojo. I just want to see what happens when we go back into the Scarlet, because these feel like they can be driven more, and they sound a lot more better when they're louder. It's always tends to be the case for headphones that need to be driven. These are out of the range. The Scarlet 2i2 can only support 200 ohm headphones, which is a reasonable range. K712s from AKG only go up to 120, so it's reasonable. 200 is reasonable. If you want to run 600 ohm headphones, 300 ohm headphones like Sennheisers, yeah, I can't use a Scarlett 2A2 3rd gen. Can't use any of the Scarlett interfaces. You do want to go for a Claret. Claret will have 600. But this feels amazing. Honestly, wish again that this was a braided cable, and it sucks it's not. But I mean, that's just me being nitpicky, and that's not even a thing from Bear. I know that originally it is an attached cable. Again, this is a modded 880. I mean, if anything, I don't know what else he could have done to these things. You know, people can be shady. Maybe he put different drivers in here. Maybe he accidentally soldered or ruined something inside. I could be completely unaware. I don't know. But from how it sounds about right with what people have said about this. I tried to turn off the gate so you can probably hear the headphones, but I mean, I have a gate on voice meter, and then I also have a gate on the DBX. So it's probably not going to happen. Super sorry. I really wish that you guys could hear just a little bit of the bleed, because it is a very spacious bleed. Even just holding it like this in front of you, it's still trying to just cover your ears with musical goodness. I mean, these are definitely have been used a lot. I can feel that. But man, 880s, a fun headphone. These are a fun headphone. I wouldn't use these for mixing, but I would definitely use these to see what's going on with the soundstage, because that's something that I need to still train my ears for. So I can probably do that. 880s though feel really good. I still want to figure out, how do you know if you have um, the 32 or the 250 ohm version, because I don't know. I know that you can get a voltmeter or whatever. Transfer the sound transducers from the connection plug. The impedance is sometimes hot stamped into the plastic shaft of the plug. If there is nothing there, the model has an impedance of 250 ohms. If it reads 32, the model has an impedance of 32. If it reads 600, the model has an impedance. Yeah, because that's the biggest difference, is that on the 770s, they have it right at the side of the cups. But if you look at the 880s, when you purchase 880 600 ohms, they don't have that. They don't have it. I don't know why. And the guy who modded this, it wasn't a dual entry design, which is something that I saw on eBay. The guy is still selling it. If you go to eBay, you can find a Chrome edition of the DT880 Pro, and his version of the mod, dual entry XLR, mini XLR, but he doesn't include the cable. And that was something that, again, that got me when I wanted to buy this, because I was just like, I mean, honestly, the thing that sucks is you don't include the cable. I don't know why you didn't. You don't include the cable, my friend. That's honestly the only reason why I wouldn't want to buy from you, is like, include the cable, please. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. Be the safe. We're at like 20 minutes. Oh my god, I always talk too much. But yeah, no, I love these. I love these a lot. These sound good. I'll give it a little bit more of a listen to these. Definitely more of a listen to these, so that you guys can have a little more info on these. That's probably what I'll do for a bit, is first impressions, and then I come back and revisit, and I'll be like, oh, okay, so that's how it works. That's how it yikes. I did that for the Fio. Did that for the Fio, and also did it for the Mojos, so I might as well do it for basically every single thing I get. But initial impression so far is that these are very open, a nice sound stage, very it's got some bass in there, which was impactful. That was the thing that got me, because in slow they have that bass drum that's just there. It comes in. They show up a lot on the 880s. And these just sound more, I wouldn't say intimate per se, but they sound a lot more there, you know? A lot more it feels like the mid-range is closer. Feels like it. It feels like the bass is prominent. So you never forget that the bass is there. The low end is there. You never forget, you know? But I digress. Take the care, be safe. I'm going.